Here at O'Neill Industries, 2021 is a very important year.
It's our 100th anniversary.
But, contrary to what you might think,
being in business for 100 years doesn't mean this company is old.
At least not old in its ways.
In fact, it means just the opposite.
We've been around all this time because we're always looking ahead.
Preparing for the future.
With fresh thinking and innovation.
Anticipating and responding to market trends.
And finding new ways to add value to every customer relationship.
All while building on our reputation as a family-owned business, now into our 4th generation.
So, what does 100 years in business really mean?
It means O'Neill Industries is a company committed to continuous improvement.
Never standing still and always working.
To be an even better partner for our customers, our suppliers, and our communities.
Peace of mind that comes with knowing your family is covered by Blue Cross. I'm not sure we'd be able to relax like this without them. Depending on Blue Cross is nothing new for our family, but now I understand why my parents always trusted them to protect us. Blue Cross helps keep our family safe by giving us all of the tools and information we need to make our own health decisions. It's a lot simpler than learning the rules to these games, which is sometimes optional.
We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome to Republic Finance, where we've been providing consumer loans and the best customer service to over 300,000 customers for more than 60 years. Whether you want to consolidate debt, refinance a car, pay off medical expenses, finally make those home improvements, or just be ready for whatever life may throw at you, we have flexible personal loan options that may help you. And now, we're taking our service and flexibility to the next level by offering both in-branch and online options. Want to speak to someone face-to-face? Head on into one of our hundreds of branches, and we'll be happy to help. Prefer to take the loan journey online from application to servicing? You can do that too. Republic Finance is here to help you meet your financial needs your way. Visit republicfinance.com to get started today.
All right, we're getting close to the top of the hour, so time to get ready to start bidding. The JDRF Reaching for the Cure streaming celebration. We want to make sure you're ready for the show. Have your phone or whatever you're bidding with ready, a little drink to sip on, and be prepared to invest in JDRF's mission. And we'll be back here with you soon.
Okay, time to get things started. Hey, we're Murphy, Sam, and Jody.
Yay.
And we're a syndicated radio show based in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but heard all around the country. This is the fourth year I think we've hosted the JDRF
Gala.
The gala. And we're really proud that this year the gala includes our friends in surrounding states. Of course, we're having to do it virtually again this year because of COVID and the current environment that we're in. But we want to say welcome to our friends from Alabama and Mississippi and Arkansas and, of course, all across the state of Louisiana as we begin tonight's festivities.
Right. And it's a little different this year because of COVID-19. But another reason we do it, type 1 diabetics like our Murphy are more likely to suffer the consequences of a COVID-19 diagnosis and 3 times more likely to end up in ICU. And if you're here with us, that means your friends and family. There's someone that you love that is a type 1 diabetic. So let's all make a difference together.
You know, even though we can't be together in person tonight, we've got folks from all over the country joining us. It's going to be an exciting evening. I mean, we've got jugglers. We've got horses that are going to be jumping through fire.
Oh, right.
A special message from President Joe Biden just for us tonight.
So, what are you actually hosting here, Sam?
Hey, I'm pumping it up, okay?
Okay.
But we do have some exciting special guests and celebrities that are going to be joining us a little bit later. And we're excited to be a part of this because not only is this an important cause that we believe in, as Jody mentioned, I'm a type 1 diabetic. So it's very near and dear to my heart. I've lived with it for almost 30 years now. And we're in a pump, and we're in the CGM, and, happy all the time, right, guys?
Well,
he loves diabetes.
It's a moment-to-moment thing to live with, as you know.
Yeah, it is. But look, every single thing that we do, and if you've given in the past, which is something you probably have done because that's the reason that you're here right now, is all of these advances that have made it easier, especially for kids with type 1 diabetes. That's the one that really just breaks my heart more than anything else, is when a kid has to manage that, and then the parents of that child, when
That's
you're talking
life-changing.
like 2 or 3 years old, right? Exactly. Yeah. So that's the reason that we're here, because what you do absolutely makes a difference.
And who knows, that $1 that you bid tonight could be the difference in a new breakthrough or a new cure.
Yeah. And one of the things that's cool about being able to do this in person in the ballroom is when we do Fund a Cure, which really pumps up the energy of the room and all that. We're still going to be able to do that though here, on the live stream. You'll just be able to do it at any point during the stream,
anytime you want.
Yeah, and if you're asking yourself, Murphy, how will I be able to do that at any time?
How?
This sucker, smartphone or your bidding device, if you're doing it on a laptop,
right?
There's a button right there on the page that says Fund a Cure. All you got to do is click that button and you can Fund a Cure.
Yeah.
Easy.
There's also the Diamond Wall opportunity, which happens all throughout the night, and it's always a lot of fun as well. So items are up for bid now until 10 p.m. Central Time. So you can register for that. You can start bidding anytime. As soon as you are registered, you text 2021 Southern States Gala to 243725. I'm going to say it again slowly. You text 2021 Southern States Gala to 243725. That is how you get registered.
Yeah, if you didn't get all that, I'm sure it's going to be on the screen.
It'll be on the screen.
Like
I know
right
it.
here, or maybe over here, or over here.
You'll follow your finger with the graphics. So, now just go ahead and start your bidding, or, make sure that you're all set on your smartphone app. Enjoy your time, and we're about to get started. So to start the evening off, we've got a very special celebrity who is also a big JDRF supporter, a advocate for type 1 diabetes.
And he's part of the Super Bowl pre-show this year.
That's right.
So good.
And he locally in his home state of North Carolina supports JDRF there. So please welcome Eric Church.
Early Monday morning to Friday at 5, man, I work, but I don't climb. Boss make us shove that overtime up his can. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. I fill it up, I throw it down. I got a 40-hour week worth of trouble to drown. No need to complicate. I'm a simple man. footed, can't get to the door. I take my jacked up, drop it down in 4x4. Chill down along it, I warm up the band. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. I fill it up, I throw it down. I'm about to tear a new one in this old town. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'll be your rocket man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Made me wanna go ooh, ooh, when you dance like that. Got that little tattoo playing peekaboo on your back. If you want to impress me, maybe here's my plan. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, fill it up, I'll throw it down. When you drive me home, take a long way around. You be my Lois Lane, and I'm gonna be your Superman. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. In my head, Monday morning, that alarm clock sings. It'll go bang, 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 while it ring, ring, ring. Yeah, I'm ready to roll if you wanna rock again. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Now fill it up, I'll throw it down. I got a little hungover still hanging around. Yeah, that hair of the dog is howling. Hey there, man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, that hair of the dog is howling. Hey there, man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, all you gotta do is put a drink in my hand.
Awesome. Thank you, Grammy Award-winning Eric Church. That was a fantastic song. You know,
I got a drink in my hand.
Always. Well, I mean,
thanks, Jody.
There you go, Sam. Thank you.
okay, so we're going to highlight a family all night, different families from different states of our Southern States chapter. So our T1D stars. So right now it's Dr. Lachelle Barmore in Alabama, direct personal connection to type 1 diabetic and supports all those through her work.
I am Dr. Lachelle Barmore, and I am reaching for the cure. Hello, my name is Lachelle Barmore, and I am a 37-year veteran of type 1 diabetes. I'm also a primary care physician with the Grandview System in Trussville, Alabama. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 2. I don't want to do all the math, but that has been 37 years that I've lived with this disease. I am able to treat and take care of other patients with type 1 diabetes. You know, I've lived with this disease for so long, and it's become such a part of my world that I do get the opportunity of not only sharing my educational background, but being able to share my own life experiences. And the fortunate part, even throughout my own journey with diabetes, that the work of the JDRF has brought so much new technology to the forefront where you are able to somewhat coast in regards to diabetes management. And the beauty of what this organization has done and meant is that we're seeing so many patients thriving with normal life expectancies. So, you know, I just think that it has been a true blessing to live in what I would consider the golden age of diabetes technology and really see. It almost tickles me to see kiddos now that are in an elementary school setting that don't have the same types of things. I used to have to eat lunch with the school nurse or the counselor, and even the fears of growing up with diabetes. Would I be able to have children? Would I be able to have healthy children? And I have 2 now, and you know that they're doing great. So, you know, just seeing all of those technological advances and all of the research that has made a difference. Now, granted, we still have a long way to go because I think we cannot stop until there's a cure, but even the treatments have moved far beyond where we were in the early 80s. originally I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I started with the JDRF chapters there. And as a kiddo, I think that it is so important to have that network, to understand that, you're not alone, you're not at this by yourself. And, and as I've reached my young adult, and maybe not so young adult years, I've come to recognize that we still need that support. And there's a lot of things that as a type 1 diabetic, there are things that we are facing that, other people in our age categories haven't really thought about. And I think it's important to have that network of people to understand that this is what life looks like dating with diabetes, or this is what life looks like, with a full-time job with diabetes. These are the type of insurance things that you need to be considering. Fundraising through JDRF has brought about so many innovative ideas and innovative treatment modalities already to date. And the more that we can continue to make these fundraising goals and continue to give to this super duper, and I don't even have a word to describe, worthy cause, certainly continues to edge us closer and closer to that dream of cure and eradicating type 1 diabetes altogether. And I just encourage everybody to take a moment and think about that little girl that has no idea what her future is going to look like as a result of type 1 diabetes, and just remembering how many changes that's made for me, myself, and what that can mean in the future to mean that we don't even have to think about those types of complications. Is hope and never giving up and fighting like as hard as you absolutely can. I could have never imagined that I wouldn't be, pricking my finger and blotting a strip and putting it in and taking it out and waiting 6 minutes to know what my blood sugar was, to being able to look down at my pump and seeing what my sugar is without missing a beat. Those are things that I could have never imagined in my own lifespan would happen. So keeping that hope of knowing that we're raising the dollars and we're doing the research, and there are so many people advocating for this disease state that there will be a cure, and just keeping that hope.
Very inspiring. Thank you, Dr. Barmore. We appreciate you being a part of tonight's gala.
Yeah, we are Murphy, Sam, and Jody. We hope you're having a good time bidding and raising some money, learning a little bit maybe. It's our virtual ballroom for you in our Reaching for the Cure gala, and we want to thank some sponsors.
Sure do. A lot of great folks here in the ballroom tonight. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Give me a call.
This one's more comfortable doing it this way.
Yeah. We got to thank in Alabama, the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. Of course, from our Arkansas friends, the family of John Alexander Rockefeller.
Thank you.
In Louisiana, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana.
Yay.
Mississippi, it's Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. And of course, thanks to all of our sponsors for your support and commitment year round.
Yep. It makes a difference. And, from the first moment that JDRF was founded by the two moms sitting around a kitchen table to where we are today, millions and millions and millions of dollars later now, the advances are very real. The things that I'm not going to pull up my shirt, but, the CGM that I'm wearing right now, the insulin pump that I wear, the smart pump, it's a closed loop system now. So it actually, what reads my blood sugar and measures and dispenses
that wasn't even available when you were diagnosed.
No, it wasn't.
And it's been life-changing for you, for sure.
Absolutely. So thank you for being a part of everything that we're doing tonight. It does make a difference.
Got to say thank you, too, to a few more sponsors. Our streaming sponsor, Brassfield and Gorey. Auction sponsors are BKD, CPAs and Advisors, and Ross and Yerger. Our in-kind sponsors, iHeartRadio, WAFB, and Lamar. And to our patron bag sponsor, Deutsch Family Wine and Spirits. Even though we couldn't be in person with Deutsch Family Wine and Spirits this evening, they're keeping our spirits high. You like that one?
I do.
Sparkling new wine, the Josh Sellers Prosecco Rosé.
I love that.
And our patron stars and sponsors. Wow, thanks from everybody tonight making this all possible.
So we've got another story to share with you right now. This is the Marshall family, and their daughter was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes fairly recently. And here's their story.
We are the Marshall family, and we are reaching for a cure.
When Keely was first diagnosed with diabetes, it was a little overwhelming because I worked in the healthcare field and knew about diabetes, but I just never thought my child would have diabetes, and it was just, we had to start a new way of life after she was diagnosed, but she's adapted to it well, and so that's made it easier as time's gone on. But I still would love a cure so that she could have a normal life.
Yeah, I was kind of scared. I didn't really know anything about it.
Our first interaction with JDRF was at the hospital when Keely was admitted, and Lynn Finch opened the door of the hospital, and we're like, Jeff and I looked at each other because we knew who she was, and we're like, she must be in the wrong room. And she was there representing JDRF, and she came in and told us about her daughter and what a normal life she had lived, and she was a teacher and how she was helping her students now that had diabetes.
My first interaction was at the gala, and I was just very impressed at all the money that people gave.
She has to have special accommodations at school, like for testing. She can't just go with the other students for state testing, or we have to do special accommodations for ACT because they can't leave the room if we don't get special accommodations for her state testing. So there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. I know, like for me, having to fill out special paperwork to make sure that gets done, and then you have to get approved, and then if they deny you, then you have to appeal it. So there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that goes on for type 1s that a lot of people don't realize what all you do have to do in order for them to still be able to do the things that others have to do. So that's one of the challenges I know that we face, that we have.
Well, at school, I just kind of have to monitor my blood sugar more and always have a snack with me and stuff. And then before lunch, I have to just go to the office and do my insulin. And then, it's kind of the same. I play soccer. I play for a club and at school. And I basically just have to make sure I'm not low before I start playing, and then make sure I'm high enough, and then just keep a watch on it.
Well, the school's been very supportive, so that's made it easier for us, but it is scary when you get an alarm at work and her blood sugar might be going low, but the school's adapted to that to make us feel more comfortable, and I think as time's gone on, we have felt more comfortable. And then with sports, it's, she and I are usually up a lot the night after she plays a lot of sports. Everybody else on the team gets to go home and they get to go to sleep, but she and I are up because she's fighting low blood sugars. Keely was 14 when she was diagnosed. Her 3-year anniversary is actually coming up next month.
Well, I wasn't on the field at this point. I was off, and all I see is my mom sprinting around the field to come to me, and I was like, oh, I already know why she's coming over here. So I started looking at my phone to see what my blood sugar was, and I saw it was low, and I was like, Mom, I got it. It's okay.
Just please let me get over there before something happens, because it is scary. And when she's playing soccer, she can drop low so quickly that, she can be 75 and then the next reading may be 40 or 30, and so that's what concerns me as a mom, is I know what the activity does to her, and then it's so hard for us to get her up once she starts going low due to the activity. JDRF has meant having a community, a support system to us, and it also means that there's people behind the scenes that are always researching to find that cure that we're all wanting for type 1 diabetes.
JDRF rocks.
Yeah. My family, a few words.
Thank you to the Marshall family. So important that you share your story, and that's why we're all here with you tonight. So to be a part of it and make a donation, look for that Fund a Cure button on your app.
And remember, you have to text. If you didn't do that earlier in the stream, just go ahead and text first. What's the number again to text?
You get registered and you start bidding by texting 2021 Southern States Gala. So that'll take you a minute.
Yeah, and it's easy, though, because you get the link back. It takes you to BidPal. You put in your name and all that kind of stuff, and then you're good to go, just like that.
Right. You text 2021 Southern States Gala to this number, 243-725.
Yeah. What we're doing is keeping track of all the Fund a Cure bids and donations we get tonight. So we're going to check on the Fund to Cure scoreboard. And here it is, 28-3. Oh, no, wait, that's when the Falcons lost the Super Bowl.
O'Neill Industries, 2021 is a very important year.
It's our 100th anniversary.
But, contrary to what you might think,
Being in business for 100 years doesn't mean this company is old.
At least not old in its ways.
In fact, it means just the opposite.
We've been around all this time because we're always looking ahead.
Preparing for the future.
With fresh thinking and innovation.
Anticipating and responding to market trends.
And finding new ways to add value to every customer relationship.
All while building on our reputation as a family-owned business, now into our 4th generation.
So, what does 100 years in business really mean?
It means O'Neill Industries is a company committed to continuous improvement.
Never standing still and always working.
To be an even better partner for our customers, our suppliers, and our communities.
All right, thank you for helping move this mission forward
starting
tonight.
numbers, yeah.
Exactly. And remember, you can bid up until 10 p.m. Central Time.
Which is what Eastern Time, Jody?
Yep.
11 Eastern,
That's
but
right.
10 Central.
So in case you missed what you need to text again and you're just joining us, we'll go ahead and put the graphic back up on the screen again to help you get set up. Text 243-725. I'm sorry, you text 2021 Southern States Gala. That's
To the
all one
number.
word, to that number, 243-725, and you'll get the bounce back link, and you'll be good to go.
You can also purchase your chance to win a diamond and sapphire ring from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Hint, hint, Murphy.
There's only 200 chances to win this, so your chances are pretty good. Only a few tickets left.
Yeah.
Each ticket, it's just $100, and you can do it right there on the phone. You know
The
phone.
device.
And be sure you're entered to win. The winner's going to be announced after the program. And a big thank you, by the way, to Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry for donating the ring.
We appreciate that support tremendously.
We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
And here's a look at one of our fabulous auction prizes. It's a trip for two with airfare to Napa Valley. 3-night stay at the Setting Inn, along with 6 consecutive hours in a sedan being chauffeured around while you do wine tasting.
Boy, good thing you're being chauffeured for those 6
About to
hours.
say, right.
Yeah. the way, a little bidding trick for you here as you're doing your bidding. And I know Sam loves this because we've both done this before.
That's right.
To each other.
You can bid and walk away, and it'll take care of it for you. It's called max bid.
That's right.
Just put max bid on there, and let's say it's like $100, $150, and your max bid's going to be $300.
Right.
You're not going any higher than that.
Right.
That's cool. Put that in there,
Right.
and then walk away. And if anybody bids higher than you, it's going to keep automatically raising your bid no higher than $300. So hopefully you'll win it without even paying attention.
Right, exactly. That's
And
the
be
best part.
amazed like the guys
Or
here.
you can sit there. It's kind of a thrill ride to sit there and go, okay, well, I'm going to bid again. Because it lets you know when you've been outbid.
Oh,
But you
look,
don't have to
Murphy
continue-
outbid me. Let me get back at him.
You don't have to do that if you do the max bid, though.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just let it
You
go.
don't have to. Okay. It's so
And
that
of course,
you can visit
everything
and
goes
enjoy
to
yourself.
JDRF, so max bid away.
Right.
Okay. You guys ready? All right, and for another big thing, an auction package. You and your friends and family, you can stay for a whole week in beautiful Costa Rica. And 2 full-time staff catering to your every need. Oh, my gosh.
I like the sound of that.
Get your bids in. Remember, this auction also closes at 10 p.m. tonight.
We are the Spicer family, and we are reaching for the cure.
I was 9, and we were actually on a quick trip in Knoxville, Tennessee. I was on like a DI team, and so we went to Globals there, and we started to notice that I wasn't like acting my normal self. I was like exhausted. I drank so much water, and I didn't feel good. I felt like really weak, and so we actually started to notice it at the end of our trip. So my mom thought I was just exhausted from the trip and stuff, and when I got home and I slept in my own bed, the next day I would wake up good, but the next day I woke up and it was not good.
Yeah, when Chloe was diagnosed, it was a whirlwind for sure. She had been sick for a little while, and looking back now, I can see she had been sick for longer than I realized. She'd lost a lot of weight, looking back at pictures and that kind of thing, but when we actually got the official, this is not good, probably, I think she's gonna be type 1 diabetic at first. I mean, I was a little familiar with it. I've got, some distant relatives experience with it in the past, but, your first thought is, okay, but are we gonna fix this? Can we go to the doctor and get some medication and we're gonna make this all better? And while we could make the, immediate better, we can make her feel better and get her on the right path, it was something that we'd be dealing with for forever, and that she would be dealing with for forever. And when, JDRF reached out, we did have some other parents reach out to us, and their kind of advice was, hang in there, you're gonna get used to it, you're gonna, get out of this tornado that you feel like you're living in right now, and things will calm down, and it'll become normal. And it really has. I mean, it's always there. I mean, she always has her pump, and we're always talking about how many carbs are on your plate and how much insulin do you have on board and things like that. But, it is just our new normal, and we just deal with it. And JDRF is a big part of our lives. From day one when we were diagnosed, I think we had been home maybe the day we got home from the hospital. We had another family reach out to us and, basically say, it's going to be okay. You're going to make it. It's all going to become normal before you even know it. And so that was a big thing from the very beginning. Fundraising through JDRF is, the lifeblood of what we do. Being able to raise money for ultimately a cure, that would be the best circumstance at all, but also raising money for the research that goes into these technologies that are such a gift to us, to be able to monitor and be able to do the things that she's able to do. She's able to be a normal kid per se with all of these technologies, and it helps us with our support system to be able to take the best care of her that we can.
Thank you, Chloe. What a sweetheart. Thank you for inspiring all of us. Sharing those stories actually makes a difference, and we are raising money for you tonight.
Also, something we haven't talked about much here tonight, and want to just say, looking to the future. This is all about looking to the future, but diabetes is growing in our country, and they're saying that by the year 2050, 1 in 3 Americans will be diagnosed. With type 1 probably and type 2.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So that's why this funding needs to continue and grow. So thank you for being a part of it.
And that's why the most important button on your phone tonight is the Fund to Cure button. So click the button, make your donation, because remember, 100% of your Fund to Cure donation goes directly to JDRF and their mission and some of our T1D stars. By the way, we got a shout out to a few more of those. Okay. Janet Flint and her sister Kathy Cooper. Also to Tiffany McAllister, Parker Davis, howdy do, and Rylan Hermits. Many more T1D All-Stars as well.
Yep. And remember, the R in JDRF is research, right? That's what this is all about. And this is how we fund a cure, with great research.
There really is peace of mind that comes with knowing your family is covered by Blue Cross. I'm not sure we'd be able to relax like this without them. Depending on Blue Cross is nothing new for our family, but now I understand why my parents always trusted them to protect us. Blue Cross helps keep our family safe by giving us all of the tools and information we need to make our own health decisions. It's a lot simpler than learning the rules to these games, which is sometimes optional.
Something else to celebrate right now, and this is a big deal. So the Hardy family and the Morgan family gave a significant contribution recently to JDRF. It means a lot to them. They did that. And so with that, they challenged everyone, challenging all of us to give. Yeah. And with that challenge in the last couple of weeks, they were able to get funding matched $50,000.
Yeah, and realize they made their significant donations. They were challenging other families who also had the ability or the means to be able to donate that kind of money.
Very significant.
That challenge is extended again this evening. And so if you are watching and you have the ability to do that and you're moved by the stories that you've seen so far, we would love to, but again, everything that you donate tonight makes a difference.
Of course.
But one of those, significant donations, we absolutely would love to hear from you.
Welcome to Republic Finance, where we've been providing consumer loans and the best customer service to over 300,000 customers for more than 60 years. Whether you want to consolidate debt, refinance a car, pay off medical expenses, finally make those home improvements, or just be ready for whatever life may throw at you. We have flexible personal loan options that may help you. And now we're taking our service and flexibility to the next level by offering both in-branch and online options. Want to speak to someone face-to-face? Head on in to one of our hundreds of branches and we'll be happy to help. Prefer to take the loan journey online from application to servicing? You can do that too. Republic Finance is here to help you meet your financial needs your way. Visit republicfinance.com to get started today.
But remember, at this point, we still need you to push that Fund a Cure button if you haven't done so yet, and begin your bidding. And so it looks like we have.
You just got a $50,000.
We have a $50,000 donor. Just like thank you. It's anonymous.
So who gave it?
Right, I don't know. I think that's the point, Sam.
It's a matching donor, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yes, it's a matching from that challenge.
Wow, thank you so much. I didn't know that we would find somebody that quickly, so thank you.
So we are going to match every donation up till 10 o'clock tonight, Central Time, thanks to our anonymous donor. So we got $50,000 on the table. It's
time
we
to
don't
do
want to
it.
leave any of it there.
Right.
So make your donation, Fund a Cure, however you want to get the money in, get that match.
Right. So we've got another story for you to share right now. This is Sully Edmonds from Louisiana.
We are the Edmonds family, and we are reaching for the cure. So I was first introduced to the JDRF community when Sullivan was first diagnosed with type 1. We were still in the hospital, and the JDRF reached out. Immediately, we had support.
I just don't think about it sometimes and just do my thing and play sports. If my blood sugar is low, I'll keep candy in my back pocket and eat it in the outfield. But if my blood sugar is high, I'll do bad in the game.
It's hard to let them go places. Sully can't spend the night out because we have to check his blood sugars. Other parents just don't know what to do. They would do it if they could, but it's not something you can teach in 5 minutes. So we have benefited from all of the work of JDRF just through the advances that are being made with type 1, the pumps, the ability for us as parents to see his blood sugar all the time. We can pull it up on our iPhone and know what his sugar's doing. And all of those advances were not available even just 5 to 10 years ago. You know, the ultimate goal is obviously to find a cure, but even just to continue making advances that make the day-to-day life for a type 1 easier and less cumbersome is worth everything.
One thing I learned is to not let anything stop you from doing what you want to do.
Thank you, Sully and the Edmonds family.
Yes.
Beautiful family, wonderful story. He's not letting anything get in his way. Love that he plays competitive baseball.
You know, one thing I've known is every type 1 diabetic that I know is like super active, almost type A personality type. You know,
Right.
You're
Type
always
1,
on the
type
run.
A.
You're always going, and that's why it's so special as a type 1 when you meet someone else who's actually got it. You know, you bond and you share stories, but you rarely get a chance to sit together because you're so busy all the time. But that's it. But again, you know, this goes to show you that type 1 diabetes is something that you can live with. It is something where you can live out truly a fully normal life. But all of these strides that have been made over the last several decades are because of funding like yours, right?
Right.
Research and the medical community and everybody who's made such a tremendous difference in really not only discovering the gene, which they did discover that, actually causes this. Don't know why yet. That's part of the cure process, right? But all these things are because of what you're donating tonight. So it's genuinely appreciated.
Hey, it's time to take a look at the scoreboard again.
Is it one more time?
Yeah, that's right. Look at that number at the top of the screen. It keeps jumping. It keeps going up. So every dollar you see on the scoreboard is going directly to JDRF's mission. Each of you are making an awesome impact on the lives of those living with T1D and the entire community.
Yep, and that's everybody. Since this is our first time to band all of our chapters together, Alabama and Arkansas and Mississippi and Louisiana into one big fundraising event tonight, that's why we're able to make such a big difference.
right, guys, we are Murphy, Sam, and Jody. We've loved being with you tonight. It's been wonderful reaching for the Cure campaign and all your fundraising tonight. You guys all happy with your bids and whatnot?
I'm still waiting.
We got till 10, right?
Yes, for your bids.
I might have the lead on that Napa thing. I'm not really sure.
Is it Murphy who's outbidding you, or that's how it goes with these
happened
guys?
before.
Anyway, thank you so much. Fundraising will continue in the coming months, actually always with JDRF.
Yep. And we appreciate all of you in Louisiana and the surrounding states for joining us tonight to carve out a little bit of time for something that is so important. Hopefully by this time next year, we'll be able to do it again in person in the ballroom setting, which will be so much fun. It'll be so good to see everybody. But until then, let's keep working together as a community virtually until we get to a cure. And go ahead and fund your cure right now if you haven't done so, and we will see you again next year. Thank you so much for your support tonight.
I am Dr. Lachelle Barmore, and I am reaching for the cure.
We are the Spicer family, and we are reaching for the cure.
I'm Keely, and I'm reaching for the cure.
We are the Edmonds family, and we are reaching for the cure.